Welcome back to Cartoon Mistakes with Urban Monkey, where I'm continuing my look at Spider-Man the Animated Series, Season 5. A spelling mistake occurs in this scene. Can you spot it?
Then Spider-Man attacks. No matter what my father does, he can't get away from him.
Let's go back and have another look at that scene as Norman falls. Notice the headline reads, Green Goblin Strikes Again. Shouldn't that be Green Goblin Strikes Again? In this scene, as Spider-Man searches for Mary Jane, a mistake occurs as Spider-Man jumps off the roof. If we look back again in slow motion, we can see that as Spider-Man jumps towards the edge of the screen, he actually gets cut off before he goes past the screen boundary. If we freeze these two frames, you can see that half his body isn't even drawn as he jumps away. In this scene, the Sinister Six are being chased by a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Notice that the Vulture is sitting on the right side of the screen, while Shocker is on the left. As the scene progresses, the image of the interior gets flipped, which causes a mistake in the scene. Now suddenly the Vulture is on the left of the screen and Shocker is on the right.
Uh-oh, better not stick around up here. It's my fault. If she weren't married to me...
As Captain America walks over to Spider-Man, a mistake occurs with his colouring. Here you can see that his ears are coloured blue.
You're also important. A lot of people are counting on you.
As the scene then cuts back to Captain America, he is now coloured correctly, as his ears are flesh colour. However, there is another mistake in this scene. Captain America's gloves are red, yet as he puts his hand on Spider-Man's shoulder, the gloves are suddenly blue. This next mistake also involves Captain America, who can't decide whether he's sitting down or standing up.
That is, if you'll all agree to work with me.
I, for one, accept your leadership, Spider-Man.
I too am with you.
And you?
I agree with you all.
Ben?
The fantastic...
Who locked this door?
As Deborah Whitman tries to get into the science lab, keep an eye on the security guards who come to help her and see if you can spot the mistake.
That experiment's running.
So do I. Just give me 5 minutes, Deborah.
Oh, no way, Peter. You've got to play by the rules like everybody else.
This is a case of a bad reuse of a scene from another episode. When the guard turns around, you get a close-up of his face, which doesn't even match the guard that's actually in the science lab. In this scene, Spider-Man is facing off against the ultimate weapon, Electro.
I could destroy that pitiful device with a thought. But I shall prove to you that even the vortex energy has a...
The mistake involves the circuit box that Spider-Man opens in order to defeat Electro. As Spidey pulls out the wire and then places it above, the bunch of wires that were in the box suddenly vanish. Slowing down the frames, you can see that they suddenly just disappear for no reason. In the first episode of the Secret Wars chapter, a mistake occurs with the chess pieces. In the beginning, in this shot, you can see that there are 5 characters shown on the board, Yet when the Beyonder appears, this overhead view only shows 4 pieces on the chessboard. In this next scene, Spider-Man is about to be attacked by the lizard. Keep an eye on Spider-Man's positioning as he's grabbed by the lizard. When he first grabs him, Spider-Man is facing the lizard. Suddenly, he's then turned round with his back to him. In this shot, as the others crowd round the lizard, Spider-Man still has his back to the lizard. Yet, when this close-up shot of the two together, Spider-Man is shown facing the lizard, so somehow he's turned around. As the Fantastic Four and the others go to attack the lizard, Spider-Man then changes again, and he's now got his back to him again. And that brings me to the end of my epic look at Spider-Man the Animated Series. I hope you all enjoyed this look back at one of my favourite cartoons from the 1990s. Stay tuned for a brand new episode featuring a new cartoon next week.